Welcome back everybody. Tonight I'm going to be running through our haul of Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars that we got. Obviously we've had the Black Friday sales on over here in New Zealand. We seem to have adopted that retail experiment from you guys in the States, and we've had 4 days of sales in a number of stores all over the place. So luckily some of my Matchbox and Hot Wheels sellers had some big specials on. Some of these cars were only $1, some of them were half price, some of them were buy one get one free. So we went to 3 different stores over 4 days and got quite a haul of cars. Now in one of my videos previously I went through the fact that most of the short cards that you see here normally are in the supermarkets, and the long cards or the standard size cards are normally in the stores like the Warehouse and Farmers and Kmart. So what I'm going to do is run through the short cards first, and as I say, we probably got nearly 50 cars and they didn't cost us a lot of money, so that's really good. So first of all up, we've got the 2017 Camaro Z1, and that's just to show you that it's on the short card. We'll zoom in on the car. We'll just be going through the cars. We won't be looking at the card art too much on these tonight's, just to give you an idea of what we managed to grab. That's the first one in our haul tonight, 2017 Camaro ZL1. Second one up, my daughter grabbed a few of these as well, even though I probably already had these. This is the Mercedes-Benz Unimog 1300. There's the Unimog. What a cool model that is. That's pretty neat. And she also grabbed me the 2019 Chevy Silverado Trail Boss. And I've already got one of these anyway, but I thought, hey, why not? You can never have too many Trail Bosses, right? And then we got the little Rip Rod in blue. This is pretty cool. Quite like that little Rip Rod. Wasn't a big fan of it when it first came out, but I'm starting to get a few more of them, so it's pretty cool. And then there's the nice custom 62 Chevy pickup in beautiful white and pastel blue. All slammed down, obviously. As you can see, that's the usual stance for that casting. It's pretty good. And one that I don't have actually is the 2017 Ford 150 F-150 Raptor, and this is in a slightly different deco. I've got a couple of these, but they're in a different colour. So the good thing about this one was it gave me another colour variant, and that's that one right there. That's a pretty spicy looking car, beautiful looking truck. And following right along is the 2018 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon. I don't have a lot of Challengers, but that's pretty cool. Quite nice and yellow with the black wheels. That's pretty neat. And then there's the good old DMC DeLorean up next in a dark grey. You guys would have seen this in a number of different guises over the years, in the silver grey and the Back to the Future one with the wheels tucked up and the engines out the back. But that's the standard DeLorean in dark grey. And next up is the 57 Chevy. This is a very nice car from the Hot Wheels Flame series. That's a beautiful car, that one. So we're going to run through these pretty quickly, but just to give you an idea, because 50 cars is going to take a while if I sat there and explained every single one. And from the 50th anniversary series, this is the HW50 concept. 10 cars came out with this packaging, and they all had those same wheels. So that's that one. And we also managed to snaffle a 1990 Acura NSX. Let's check that out. That's a nice casting. That's a beautiful supercar, the old NSX. And then we also managed to grab a 2012 Ford Fiesta in the Hot Wheels Racing Team colours. There we go. That's pretty groovy. Little rally car. It's quite nice. And this one had a bit of a wrecked card. It was sort of at the bottom of a dump bin, actually, in the supermarket. It was the BMW M4 in white. I don't have this casting in that colour, but as you can see, the packaging's pretty destroyed, pretty chewed up, so obviously that one's going to come out of the packaging. Not in the greatest of shape, that packet, but the car itself looks pretty good. Next up is the custom Ford Maverick. I think I've got one of these in a dark blue. Pretty sure I got a blue one somewhere, but this white one's really cool with those gold wheels and the blue stripe. That's pretty mean looking. And my daughter also got some cars for herself as well. She probably bought about, I don't know, 10. Well, when I say she bought them, I mean I bought them, really. There's the bot wheels. She quite liked that one. She thought that was pretty neat. So she snaffled that one for her collection. And then next up is the... what do we got here? We got the Hot Wheels Ford Transit Connect. And I've got a blue one of these. And this is the yellow version, which I don't have. And there's that one. Then we've got the Moon Eyes Pro Stock Camaro 2010. This is in a light grey. I've got a black one, I think, and I've got a yellow one, I think. But there's the light grey with the yellow wheels and the Moon Eyes graphics. That's a pretty cool looking car. So that is the majority of the short cards. There is another 5 short cards that I'm going to show you at the end, because we managed to pick up 5 treasure hunts as well. So that's all the short cards. Now, the supermarkets also have Matchbox cards, but they don't have them on short cards, because Matchbox only have them on one size card. And we managed to pick up these guys. First and foremost, obviously, there's the famous 6-wheel drive G-Wagon. That is a very, very cool casting, and it's going to be a big, big hit with collectors in years to come. So that's pretty cool. And next up, we've got the... it says it's a 94 Audi Avant RS2, but in actual fact, it's a 2006 RS6, I believe. RS6 Avant. So the actual packet description in the card itself is differs. But there it is in white. I've also got a red Hot Wheels one of that, which is a 2018 car. And then my daughter found these two and grabbed me this little truck here, and that the camo convoy. That is a very cool little truck, man. That's fantastic. And also, last but not least, one that I'm very, very pleased that she found for me, which is the 2010 Ford F-150 SVT Raptor with the Golf livery. Now this is, I haven't seen this in my normal stores at all. I've only seen this in this packet at a supermarket, believe it or not. So that's all the Matchbox cars, that's all the supermarket cars. And now we're going to go on to the standard cars that we get from our normal stores. First up, Justice League Batman, the Batmobile. This is the one that's in the dark blue. As I say, they've got 5 cars this year, and they've all got a bit of a blue theme. Even though it looks black, it is actually blue. And I might just have to tilt the camera down on this one, because it's just... these cards are a bit bigger, so a bit longer. So there you go. I'll just center that up for you. And there's the Batmobile. That was the first one that we grabbed. We made about 3 or 4 trips, I must say. We went before work and after work, and in between times they dumped new cars in the dump bins and hung a few on the pegs, but unfortunately at one of the stores we go to, most of them just get chucked in a giant big dump bin, and the cards get trashed pretty quickly. So you've got to be on the ball to grab the ones that have got good cards, if you want to keep them on the cards, obviously. Timer Taxi is the next one. My wife picked this one out. She really liked it. I'm not a fan of that sort of stuff, but she thought it was pretty cool, so that's the main thing. And then we also grabbed the time shifter as well, the old pizza delivery time shifter, which is sort of the same casting, but more of a van version of the timer taxi. And there's the red pizza version, and then there's also the Hot Wheels tire shop time shifter, the blue version. And that's that one right there. That's pretty cool. And that's obviously got different colour wheels on the front of the back, so is the timer taxi. The pizza delivery one's got the same colour wheels, so that's pretty cool. Next up, we found a 55 Corvette from the Then and Now series. Here we go. That's a beautiful black with the white deco and the red interior with the white stripes. Just check that out. That's a very cool casting, quite like the Corvette. And at the same time we found that one, right alongside it we found the blue version. So that was pretty cool. And talking to Corvettes, we also found the C7 Z06. And again, the card on this one's, as you can see, pretty destroyed. But we managed to find that one in the bottom of the dump bin. I had to do a bit of digging to get that one out. But there you go, that's pretty cool. And a Porsche 934.5 that I did not have. Again, pretty trashed card, bit ripped and torn. But the model itself is in really good, and you can see how mangled the card is. But the Porsche itself is in very good condition, and nothing wrong with that. That's a pretty cool looking car. So next on the list was the Ice Charger. This is obviously from the Fate of the Furious. I've been doing a lot of Fast and the Furious lately. I sort of didn't collect them initially because I wasn't a big fan of the movies. But yeah, it's sort of growing on me now, and for somebody who doesn't collect them, I've managed to get nearly 20, so I guess I do collect them really. Next up was a really cool car that I hadn't seen, was a Cadillac El Mirage. Now, as you can see by the card on this one, this was absolutely, completely and utterly mangled, this card. But the car itself is great, and that is a very, very awesome looking Cadillac. That may be from last year, because it was at the bottom of the bin. So it was right at the very bottom. And then I found a custom 01 Acura Integra GSR, which I suppose is a Honda. There you go, Boost Brigade on the side of that. Not a big fan of that sort of graphic, but hey, that's pretty cool. Another mangled card I found yesterday, 69 Corvette Racer. This is a really nice car actually, but it'll have to come out of the packet because, as you can see, the packet is absolutely and utterly trashed. But hey, look, these guys were $1 each, so who cares if the packets had it. But the car itself is beautiful, so that's pretty cool. And because we've got a lot of bone shakers in our collection, and my wife saw these little skull shakers, which are like mini bone shakers with the knotty head thing going on. There's the green version. I believe there's a red version as well, which I sort of saw but didn't grab one, and then when I went back to find it, I couldn't find it. So just goes to show, when you see them, grab them. He who hesitates is lost, or in my case, hesitates and then I miss out on a car. Now tonight, I managed to get another 10 or so cars, 10 or 12 cars, and this is the 18 Camaro SS. I think I already have this car, but I couldn't quite remember, so I thought, oh, what the heck, it's a nice car anyway, I'll just grab it. And it was only $1, so snaffled that. Now, I believe these are from the B case, because I'd only just dumped these ones in the bin tonight, and I am unsure, but this is the 88 Honda CRX in red. This is a really nice casting, and that's that one. I actually picked up a couple of those, but that's a beautiful little car. That's from the Night Burners series. So I got 2 of those. And also tonight we managed to get the 87 Dodge D100. This is the recolor with the Mopar livery. The other one was white with the really cool red rim wheels. This one's a bit more plain, bit of a sort of a, I don't know, beigey brown, sort of desert brown colour. Not a fantastic colour for that truck, but hey, I've got the other one, so what the heck, get that one as well. Then we managed to find the Volkswagen Golf Mark II. Now, this has come out, I think, in an orange and a yellow, and now it's come out in this sort of aquary greeny blue with the black bonnet and the black wheels and the stripe. Pretty nice looking car, like VW Golfs, like Volkswagen anyway, so I thought I'd grab that. Next up was the 18 Capo Camaro SS. This is a very, very nice car, this one. Beautiful paintwork on this car. This is stunning, actually. That is very, very cool indeed. Some of the paint jobs on the standard line cars for this year is very, very good. A perfect example is next up is the 71 Mustang funny car. I'm not a big collector of funny cars, but I love the paint on this. This is just, looks like a super treasure hunt, man. It is just fantastic. That is a beautiful looking car. And a pretty good funny car too. So there you go. Next up, 70 Chevelle SS Wagon. Obviously this last year came out in 4 different colours. This is obviously part of the Flame series. And that's cool because I love the Flame series. And there it is in beautiful yellow. That is really cool. You wouldn't believe it's the same casting as the other ones, just the way the paint job's done in the Flames completely changes the look of that car. That is outstanding. And getting down to the last few, the 1978 Dodge Little Red Express truck. This was part of the 50th anniversary series with the premiums, but there you go, Little Red Express truck, even though it's blue. Maybe it should be called a Little Blue Express truck. I don't know, I don't write the script. So there you go, that's another nice little truck. And really happy to get this one, custom Volkswagen Beetle. This is really cool in red. This is a smart looking little Beetle, that one. Little desert sort of Baja thing going on. That's pretty cool. And next up, Nissan Fairlady Z in the yellow and black. So that is very nice as well. Probably don't like the black wheels on that one, but what the hey, it's a cool Nissan anyway. And really pleased I got the 68 Chevy Nova in the Golf livery. This is a beautiful, beautiful car, this one. Love the Golf stuff, actually, it's pretty cool. There you go. So that is pretty much it, guys. Now, saving the best for last, we did manage to find 5 treasure hunts. Not supers, just regulars, but my daughter's a big collector of the regular treasure hunts. I'm not so much, because most of them aren't licensed cars. They're more fantasy cars, but we'll just run through the 4 that she managed to grab, and they are pretty cool, actually. So the first one she found was the Quick Bite, which is obviously the food truck. She's got about 3 or 4 different food trucks. She quite likes them. There's the food truck. Obviously these are on short cards again, so I'll need to adjust the camera for the short cards. There you go, check that out. That's a pretty cool truck, actually. And that is a treasure hunt. You can see the treasure hunt logo, just a little grey treasure hunt circle in there. There we go, and there's the treasure hunt symbol just right there. Okay, and next up is the Crate Racer. This is a pretty cool sort of wacky looking truck with a motor that wobbles from side to side. See the motor wobbling in there. So there it is, the Crate Racer. It's a pretty crazy looking thing. And there's the treasure hunt symbol under there. There we go, guys. Another treasure hunt for her collection. That's pretty nifty. And then we have the Blitz Speeder. This is one of those sort of, they call it a super chrome, but it's actually gold, so it's not really chrome. But there you can see the Treasure Hunt logo in there, Treasure Hunt. And that is a very shiny looking car. Very shiny indeed. Very blingy, looks like a necklace with wheels. But there you go. And then we've got the Paradox, another sort of goldy sort of coloured job. There's the Treasure Hunt logo in there again, and there is the car. It's not too bad, I suppose. As I say, not really my cup of tea. Another super chrome that's not really chrome, it's actually gold. And the only Treasure Hunt that we got that was actually my one is the short-carded Batmobile in blue. There you go. And that is a Treasure Hunt because there on the roof is the Treasure Hunt symbol, the little blue dot. So I'm pretty pleased I got that one for me. It's the only main standard mainline Treasure Hunt that I've got. So that is it, guys. That is the massive haul of Black Friday 4-day sale, 6 visits to 3 different stores to get too many cars. Well, you can